Hey everyone, so today I would like to highlight you a kind of a vision of what I'm trying to experiment with. And just to give you some context, it actually started many years ago in a way, but also a few days ago in another way. A few days ago I was helping my local friend who is he's struggling to get a job as a junior Rails developer. So he invested his time to learn Ruby, he's quite good at it, but he still didn't get an internship or a job or whatever that could let him try to get more experience. So I recorded this video a few days ago, which is about tips how to find a job for as a junior Rails developer. And then I got a really nice feedback from Oksana, and Oksana just graduated from a Ruby summer course organized by Pivorak, the Ruby community in Lviv, Ukraine. And her feedback was it was very interesting to read that, because it kind of clicked with some other ideas I've had. So basically what Oksana said, it may not be the need of every aspiring junior Rails developer, but definitely is something that people would benefit from. And it's about having a mentor. So if you're starting in the programming, then having a mentor is crucial. Some of you are lucky to have a mentor because you have friends. But some of you can't afford a mentor who is a paid mentor, and you don't have close friends who can help you, so it's very difficult to try on your own. And open source was mentioned, and I am already helping open source maintainers, open source founders, open source developers to build a bigger ecosystem around their thing. And also I have some experience with doing that at Arkency. We kind of shape our Arkency business around Rails Event Store, which is an open source project. And we did that in the past with some other projects too. So after talking to many open source maintainers, it suddenly clicked to me after reading the Oksana comment that there is a match. So there are some problems which actually, the problems in the open source project, which junior Rails developers or even aspiring junior Ruby developers, I'm mixing Ruby and Rails, I know, but in Ruby community it's almost the same. And I'm focusing on Ruby on Rails at the moment in my initiative, but I think it all makes sense in every other community. So if you're an aspiring JavaScript developer or PHP or Python developer, it should be probably be the same. But I have most contacts and familiarity with the Ruby market. So I realized that there is a match, and that the problems the open source maintainers and open source projects have, they can be somehow solved by the junior Rails developers. And the things that the open source maintainers can give in return actually is exactly what junior Rails developers would love to have, which means some kind of mentorship. And it's not the kind of mentorship where you can have someone to answer all your questions, but you can take a task from a open source project. There is a first challenge here, like how to choose the right task for you, but then you're trying to solve it, and then at this place the open source mentor, open source founder will be interested to help you, because it's kind of in their interest too. So it's not like helping for the sake of helping, it's helping each other because you're both contributing from different directions and everyone should benefit from that. At least that's my understanding. So after I announced that I'm starting this, and it's already starting in a way that I have also attempted to create a new repository, open source repository, just to give some juniors a chance to work on a fresh Rails application, because they're usually familiar with that. But I want to have this kind of platform where we can make this match. And so far what I have received is a lot of feedback, because after I announced it on Twitter, people showed me that there are lots of projects which kind of do exactly the same. So my first thought was, well, I'm not going to, just create yet another place to do it if other places exist. But after looking at those places, I realized that it's not exactly the same, because those places are usually focusing on preparing the good first issue from the project perspective, from the open source project perspective. So there is this famous good first issue label on GitHub issues. But if you look at those projects, they very often list, for example, Rails as one of those projects which has a good first label, and they list the Rails issues as the ones that the junior can take, which is impossible. Like Really, if someone is a junior who can take a Rails issue, then it's really very, very amazing. Usually junior Rails developers, they just can't make it because Rails is just too big and it's a framework. For them, using a framework is fine, but working on the framework is just too much to expect from them. So I think I still didn't review all of the places that people sent to me, but my quick review was that they mostly focus on the good first issue as of good first issue on this project, but not good first issue for a junior Rails developer. And this is the place, this is the niche which I would like to cover. And also I would like to, I kind of already started. So Oksana made a first pull request. I'm about to merge it today. I want to, like, I'm already a mentor for some people, but I want to be like mentor for this project, for this platform. And I hope to gather people from where we can do some magic. Like I, as a mentor, can start several open source projects, and I'm already doing this to create this situation where we can benefit, so I can benefit and the junior Rails developer can benefit as well. But I also expect to gather more places. So I talked to some friends who run some open source projects, some Ruby open source project or Rails open source project, and I see that we can slowly build that. And I would also like to talk to the bootcamps organizers or people who attend bootcamps or Ruby classes or people who just learn on their own because they can't afford bootcamps. I want to make a place where we can do it. So the first idea is to create a website. I don't believe that websites on their own solve the problem. I think the problem is always around making this idea popular, so marketing this idea. And I want to verify and validate whether it is what I think it is. So whether there is this match. I think, as for my understanding of both of the sides, there is a match, and some people from this side can help some people on this side. There will be some disappointments. I'm pretty sure there will be something like that. But even if just 1 or 2 people benefit from this kind of matching, I will be very, very happy. So this is where I am right now. If you want to contribute somehow to this idea, please let know to your open source maintainers friends. That's one hand. And if you have any friends who are trying to, become Ruby programmers, they already know Ruby enough to do some basic stuff, just bring them here, maybe to this place where you're watching this video. But soon the platform will be ready. It's on GitHub, Arkency /find open source mentor with dashes in between the words. So we'll see where it goes. Like, finding the open source mentor is from the perspective of the junior developer, but I also want to create the other side of this. So it means find help for your open source project. And I think it's a nice beginning, and I will try to share more here as in this form as a video, how it is going. If it's a failure, I will document why it's a failure in the end. But if it's something cool, later on we can go back to this and see how it started. I have really big hopes for that, and I hope we can, I see this not only a benefit to junior developers, not only benefit to open source maintainers, but actually to the whole programming community, because the open source projects will become better maintained. There will be a better buzz factor, but also like the whole world will benefit from having better educated programmers, I believe, in the end. So thanks for watching, and feel free to add comments what you think about this idea or how you can help, or direct me to some projects which maybe solve the same problem and I didn't find them yet. Thank you.